Respeto, callo. Sí, mira, el partido. Anda. Y ahora que vemos el
Batman's Alley, Hungry Howie's, and Scoops Ice Cream. Tower Health Food, Samba Steakhouse, Mike Briggs Properties. There's Tower Market, Farmers Market too, Kuka's and Landmark, Mr. Sushi for you. Chicken Pie Shop, Fulton's Foley, Palominos, Spinner's Records, Tower Bike Shop, Irene's To Go, Bobby Sal's Restaurant, The Perfect Blend and Million Elephant, H&R Block, Starbucks Coffee, PM on Cheese, Roger Rocca's Dinner Theater, The Second Space, Tower Tattoos, La Tienda, Me and Ed's is the place, International Furniture, The Review Cafe, Teasers Tea Market, Love Oak knows the way, Typhoon Restaurant, The Game Preserve, and Bia Bay, Sequoia Brewing, Russo Restaurant, Tower Clocks today. Come to the tower, there's so much fun for everyone. Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun?
Want a new chance at making a better future for yourself and your family? At UEI, you can train for a critical role in the medical, dental, business, criminal justice, computer systems, or pharmacy field in as little as 8 months. Get hands-on skills training, flexible class scheduling, and dedicated career support. Call 877-393-9113 to speak with an experienced UEI admissions representative. Call now.
Oh, wow. So I don't know how you felt about watching that video and me sharing such an intimate moment, but I think I wanted to share it too because it's a healing thing, you know. There's a lot of kids out there that don't know their parent, either a mom or a dad, and you should take it as an approach of healing, you know, and don't hold grudges like that. So as you saw there, I was very emotional, I was very happy, and I actually almost teared up, but I held back. So we're now going to talk about education, and we're going to see how you or your children or you mom or you dad could get back into education. It's the best way to get ahead in life, and we're going to find out how different venues, especially the resource that we have here in the Central Valley, can be useful to you. With us is president of UEI College in Fresno, Mr. James York. ¿Cómo estás, James?
Yeah, muy bien, too.
Bienvenido, welcome.
Yeah, good, thank you. Thank you so much.
So we're going to talk about education, and the point as sometimes we don't know how to navigate the systems to get into school or to get back into school and so forth. Tell me a little bit about UEI College here in Fresno.
Well, first of all, I think that if you cry today, it'll be tears of joy.
Yes.
Because when we have graduations, it's one of the most important things that we do is have everybody come across the stage, and we invite friends and family in. And I cry, the staff cries, the audience cries, the students cry. So we might have
very emotional.
We might have some tears today, if that's okay.
Awesome.
No, UEI is here in Fresno. We've been here about a year and a half. And the difference with UEI and some other schools is that we're a vocational school. And it's that not everybody's a fit for four-year colleges or community colleges. So what we want to do is make sure that the students have an opportunity to actually do something in a short amount of time. We put them together with a skill set, and we put them out, and we get them working.
Yeah.
And so by doing so, we help them achieve their dreams.
Now, UEI College, your focus is it more into reentry or students from high school? And unfortunately, in the recent years, California and past presidency, through the No Child Left Behind, a lot of policies changed, and a lot of high school students dropped out or didn't meet certain requirements, didn't get a diploma, and stuff like that. And it's pretty intimidating for this child already, with all this disadvantages. But, and they don't even think, oh, maybe I should show up to a college and see if I could change my life. But UEI offers an opportunity for you to feel welcome, and let's make a plan of success, right?
Yeah, the way that the vocational schools work, and certainly UEI works, is to make sure that those people who didn't have a chance before can come to school and achieve their dream. And we typically require a GED or high school diploma. There are occasions where we don't have to do that. So the best idea is to call and find out, because everything is unique. Every individual is unique. But at the core of it all, we want to make sure that we get people out into the community working and raise the entire socioeconomic base. We want people out there achieving their dreams so they can buy cars and houses, and so they can support their families. A lot of people don't know that there's an opportunity.
Yeah. Now, big question of $1,000, because I don't have $10,000. What does UEI stand for?
United Education Institute.
United Education Institute. Ooh, that in itself, the title means come on over.
Yeah, it means
and
come
we
on
have the
in.
number there published for you to want to jot it down. You could call, visit the college, get a tour, or get an idea. Now, you say it's a vocational college. What exactly does that mean for many of us that maybe just haven't even approached to see what it would be?
Yeah, I'd want to speak to everybody out there who doesn't know that there is an opportunity for education. And the folks that out there might feel like they don't have a chance, they don't have a dream, they don't know where to go with anything. In vocational education, they can come to a school like ours, and we can make sure that in as little as 7 months, we can teach them a skill set. And then we put them out for what we call an extern, which gives them a chance to be out in the actual field and work with employers, and maybe sometimes be hired from that site right into a job. So the difference that it makes is that we can develop a skill set for people who didn't know that they could do something like that, and then we can get them out there and working in 8 months. And we have an entire organization put together to make sure that we do that. We've got thousands of connections with employers over the entire valley.
Right. And also your past students, they could attest to saying, you know what, this was what I needed to keep going for it.
Oh, I'd love to have some students come in here and talk with you, because they could tell everybody out in the audience how powerful it was and what an investment. It was a great investment for them.
Now, UEI of Fresno, like you said, you've been here a year and you've been working really hard to get the community's attention.
Yeah.
Above everything, why do you think the UEI is so elemental for the Central Valley? Why is it so necessary to be here?
It's because we can actually produce workers. We can get people out off the streets and working and actually contributing to the economic base. I've been looking on the internet. I'm new to the area and I love Fresno. I came here from San Diego, and I just love it. I love the people here. I love the opportunity here. I see the opportunity here, but when I look on the internet, I see there's ample opportunity to get people employed here.
Yeah.
Unemployment has been relatively high, as high as 10 or 12%, somewhere in that area. On the flip side, though, when I see unemployment being 10 or 12%, I say, well, that means employment is 90% or 88%. So I know there's opportunity out there. There are literally thousands of entry-level jobs that we can help put people into. So that's the contribution that we can do. We can get people out there and working. And it doesn't only contribute to the economic base, but it allows them to take pride in who they are and to change their lives.
Interesting. Now, also, hearing you say that, I guess you could also talk to employers who have employees that might need some refresher courses.
Sure.
Or in the vocational fields, there's sometimes, like, lately there's been this crisis of the need for mechanics, because, mechanics now is not just about screwing stuff and unscrewing and throwing the carburetor and all, like I used to do that, right? But now it's important for people to have skills in technology, like the internet, like the computers and so forth, to be able to advance, especially now that they're moving more into these ecological cars, so-called, what do they call the energy state? What are they called? Smart cars, or no? What are they? No. Hybrids. There you go.
Hybrids, yeah. There you
I was
go.
thinking of the vampires. No, not that one.
Not those,
hybrid technology. You need more people, mechanics who are technology savvy. And so now, tell me about what kind of programs does UEI offer to vocational students?
Well, we've got 5 different programs right now that offer specifically at the Fresno campus, although there's more that we offer at some of the other campuses. And we have at least 2 more coming in, and we're looking at an automotive program, actually. So we'll just fit perfectly into what you're talking about. But at the school that I support, I have one here in Fresno and one in Bakersfield, and we both support the same campuses, or the same kind of programs. We have medical billing and insurance coding, dental assisting, business office administration, pharmacy technician, and medical assisting. And so each one of them allows people to come to school for 8 months, and we can put them out on a job in a short period of time.
Let me tell you, with the new Obamacare, as they call it, or the Affordable Health Care Act, coming into effect in 2014, that's a mandated, that we all get health care. We're going to need all these fields to be be prepared, all these people to be prepared in these fields. Now, it's interesting because, see, sometimes we think that we got to go to college and we're going to have to be excellent in math or excellent in philosophy or writing and reading.
Yeah.
Vocational is different, right? Because we focus more on the skill set and certification of a certain
That's
field.
a key point, because we don't require philosophy or basket weaving or anything like that, or English. We just want people to be able to come to school, and we teach them skill sets through our labs and our academic teaching, and we prepare them. Not only do we do that, though, with the academics and the lab work, we work with them on becoming more professional in how they interview, developing their resume, just making sure that when we present them to an employer, they're ready to go. And I think that's a big part of why people are afraid to go to school or even to get a job, because they don't know how to present themselves. And we want people to come in, and even if you feel like you can't present yourself professionally or don't know how to interview, let us teach you the skill sets and the lab work, and let us teach you how to interview, and let us put you in front of employers that we have relationships
I could
with.
do mock interviews if you guys want.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
I'll grill them.
On
No, I'm
TV.
just kidding. Well,
Yeah.
it's not going to be like I was. It's going to be better. Now, it's very important for us to see the benefit in, in going to a vocational skill through a college, because then maybe you get bit with the bug of education and you want to go to university. You could still transfer. You could still take all those things. Now, you guys are state certified, and does your curriculum also
Everything's
integrate
certified
with
by
other
Department of Education, and it depends on the receiving institution as to whether they receive the credits or not, like any other school.
Yeah.
But we are sanctioned by the Department of Education and accredited by an organization called ACCSC. So, and because in today's environment, the government wants to make sure that we provide the right value for the dollar, and we do. And there's integrity in what we do, and everything that we produce, everything that we put into the classroom has been agreed upon and sanctioned by the Department of Education.
Now, I don't know if I saw this on your website, if it's true or not, or you could correct me or not, but it would be an incentive, right, that the students could actually start with a laptop so they could get
In a
ready.
couple programs that we've been able to offer laptops in some
so
of
they
the
could
programs.
be ready for their program.
Yeah, but have people call into the school, and we'll tell you which programs those are, and we have different offerings at different times.
Where is the school actually located? What is the physical location?
Yeah, it's easy to get to, right by the Yosemite Airport, 2002
airport,
Gateway Boulevard. Yeah, it's real close, within walking distance of the airport, and bus stops and things like that. So transportation to the school is easy for those who don't have cars.
And for your vocational programs, what is the students' life like? Is it a 8 to 5 kind of thing structure, or is it, maybe they're working and they're taking school? How does the school's curriculum for the students, or is it individually?
Well, everybody's a little bit different, but our programs basically are 20 hours a week in modules of 4 weeks. And their school can range from 8 to noon in the mornings, or 1 to 5 in the afternoon. We have evening classes, and at times we have weekend classes. But as far as integrating with employers, we try and teach everybody what an employer is going to look for. When someone comes to school at UEI, not only do they get the academics and the lab work, but we prepare them for the different employers out there. Because some employers, it depends. People that come to school, if they want to work, we'll help them work. And sometimes there are midnight shifts, sometimes there are weekend shifts with employers. We try and tailor each individual person to a specific employer to make sure that that's a fit and it's what we call a match. And then they continue with employment there. So
I want to do a shout out to one of your teachers, Edie.
I know. Yeah,
That's what we got you here, because she was
great.
interested.
She's fantastic.
Now, I think it's interesting because any student that gets to meet Edie as a teacher, you'll see why it's such a good investment for you, not only to go to school and to go to UEI and invest in your own personal growth, but also those connections. It's all about networking, let me tell you. And Edie's a wonderful person to network with, but she will give you the real lowdown on what it means to be a business professional, owning her own business and also working in different industries in the United States and California. She's got the lowdown, and it's better to learn from industry from the inside than from walking in. So Edie, shout out for you, and thank you for this connection. Now, About the medical billing, because I know that one of the fields that you said is medical billing.
Right.
That in itself is it's very needed now. It's a lot of people, not only individual agencies, but big firms are looking for those positions to be filled. How much of your population is going towards that kind of a career? Like,
Well, it's medical assisting is probably the largest program we have, followed by business offices, which is what Edie does. Medical billing is a close third to that, and then pharmacy tech is growing. It just depends. What really happens is the needs of the community are what drives the population that we have. As we see employers need more medical assisting students, or more business students, or medical billing students, or pharmacy tech, or whatever it is, that's when we enroll more students for that. So we keep an eye on what's going on in the community so we can match the students with the employer and the need.
In the Central Valley, and I don't know if UEI, how impacted you are, but the Central Valley's community colleges and vocational programs are impacted with even a 3-year waiting list to be paramedics, or to be a nursing program, or even now, because of the different healthcare laws that have happened, nurse practitioners are more needed. So you gotta, so they need to graduate into nurse practitioners, so they're not nurse only, now need nurses. So the medical field is definitely a growing industry, and unfortunately, we're not getting any healthier here. We're gonna need pharmacists. So it's a good opportunity to take advantage of UEI. As you see, you could call them at 1-866-3182. I'm dyslexic right now. 1-866-3182. And UEI also has a website, and of course you could take advantage of that. But what would be the best thing for a Central Valley person to take advantage of UEI? You think
Just
you should
call
visit
UEI.
the college?
Yeah, come on in and visit us. And I think you will find that we're different than a lot of schools, because people walk in and they feel like we're a family. They immediately feel accepted there. So anybody that is out there that isn't sure what they want to do, or has children that they don't want to, or they want to get off the street or off the couch, just have them call us and come in. And then
we got to talk.
but,
got to at the house.
Really, just come in and talk to us, because we really do care. And then people will find out that they can make a difference too.
Now, Mr. York, as far as yourself, why do you think this Central Valley is so important for UEI and for yourself to take advantage of this education opportunity?
Well, I have a personal mission in my life, which is to positively impact as many people as I can in my lifetime. And I moved here to the Central Valley with UEI about 6 months ago, and I see an enormous need here. And I know I can be impactful here through helping people come into school and get more out in the community. It's a need. It's an obvious need that I think everybody in the audience sees, that you and I see. Probably one of the reasons you have the show is that we need to get out there and help the people become employed. That way they can raise themselves up, they can do things they never thought possible. And it's a need here. And so I want to fill that need, and I know we can. And you don't have to wait 2 years to come to school. So if we see a need for medical assisting, we'll open another program, and or we'll buy another building if we have to make sure that everybody out there is served.
Now, personally, what do you feel about, like you said, we were going to tear up with the celebrations. We are in June, and everybody's going into their graduations and so forth, and parents are so excited. And I say unfortunately, but don't take it in the bad way, mi gente. We make such a big deal for junior high graduation. I mean, everybody and their cat goes to the graduation, big party, so forth. Then we go through the high school graduation, less people are going and so forth. By the time they get to college, we're making a big deal about it. Not a big deal, But we need to make a big deal about every educational obstacle that we meet, because if we don't, then our kids keep on meeting the statistics of being in jail, being unemployed, or being under income or low income, or not having really the opportunity to live and thrive in the community they live in. And we really need to focus on education so that we could really give everybody the opportunity to grow and to have horizons. I'll tell you, I mean, I went to community college, and really college, and it really is such a beautiful experience. CSU Fulton and CSU Fresno have such thriving community of students. But it is sometimes intimidating when you think, well, I really don't feel fit for a full-time university kind of life. And sometimes it's too much to walk. How big is your campus? That's where I'm going at.
Well, it's about 25,000 square feet, and we've got 5 different buildings that we have different classes in, and each building has a special program that we have in the building, and labs and things like that. But more important is the class size, because I didn't fit into the large institutions or the the large colleges either. I wound up getting my education a very different way.
Yeah.
But class sizes are about one instructor to 25, sometimes less than that. So that allows the instructors to really pay close attention to the students. Because when you come to school, a lot of times people are a little nervous. And you don't, with us, you don't have to sit in a lecture hall. You have an instructor right there. And if you have a need, we want to serve the need right then. We want to know what's going on. There's nothing that's happened to any student or anybody that's ever gone to our school that we haven't seen before. So, as I said, it's like a family, and we really want to help the people as individuals and as a class.
Now, UEI also is an opportunity for all you working moms out there,
Yep.
you know, single parents,
Yep.
single man parent, or single
Yep.
woman parent, you know, that it could fit into your schedule, and try to make it fit, because, you know, when your kids see that you're making time for education, they will always make time for education also. Now, UEI College is an opportunity for you. Is there financial aid there, or how does that work for students to approach UEI College?
Sure. Financial aid is available for everybody who applies. Most of the students that apply are able to get some form of financial aid or grants and things like that. And we've got a staff of experts that will meet everybody individually. And it is individual. It depends on your income, history, background, whether you're married or not, whether you're an independent or a dependent. A lot depends. So that's why when you had asked earlier, I asked, or you had said, you know, what should people do? They should call us and come in so we can sit and talk with them. And we can tailor the financial aid to their needs, and we work really hard to keep the monthly payments really low.
Yeah.
In many cases, it's under $100, sometimes
Wow.
$40 a month.
But you know, it's an investment.
yeah.
You could go to
It's-
one of those
yep.
stores that sell anything
Yep.
under, you know, $1, and you could buy like $30 worth of things, and you really didn't do nothing with them, but they have trash at your house, you know.
Well, yeah,
And
if you-
material things are worthless if you don't feel good about yourself. And
Yeah,
feeling
just-
good about yourself is being educated.
Don't do your nails for 1 week and make a payment, and then
I
you get an
did them this
education.
week, man.
And it's always an investment. Every single day you go, it's an investment.
Yes, it is. Every time you're in education, you're investing. And let's not talk about it as cost. Talk about it as investment.
Yeah, exactly.
Long-term investment. Well, Mr. York, what message would you like to leave to our population here at the Lulu Show and personally?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on. I'm very excited about it. I think the message that I would give to everybody out there is just believe in yourself. Don't let anything get in your way of education and bettering your life. If we learn how to not educate ourselves, that's what we teach our children. If we show how we can be educated, that's what we teach our children also. And Fresno deserves that.
Yes.
It's a great community here, and it deserves the things we're talking about.
Right. Now, UEA College, like we said, you know, you could get financial aid. You could find out what program you're best fit for. Maybe you could visit them and see which programs maybe you don't know if you want to be a medical biller. Maybe you don't know if you want to be a mechanic or a pharmacist. But go and check it out. Definitely, you know, take the step of action, which will lead you to better decision making. You know, be out there with the community. And so tell me something, Mr. York. Personally,
Yeah.
what is your favorite thing to do in Fresno now?
I love the mountains.
The
And
mountains.
so I'll take a trip to the mountains every single weekend. Since I've only been here 6 months, I wind up going up to a new place every weekend. I just
Yeah?
love it. Yeah, it's cooler up there too.
And yeah, now it will
Yeah.
be.
Woo!
So where have you gone to, like Sequoia or to?
Sequoia, Kings Canyon, Yosemite, Bass Lake, some of the higher mountain lakes.
Wow. Do you hiker? You're a hiker.
I try and get out a little bit.
Or you
of
go
the
with your
time-
car?
Most of the time I'm
Cheater.
behind the wheel of the car.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do try and get out a little bit as much as I can. But it's just a beautiful area, and it's worth seeing. A lot of people, you know, if you've lived in a certain area, you kind of forget the special things that you have. But we've got a lot of special things here in Fresno.
Yes, we do.
We really do, and the people are great, and they deserve everything we can give them.
Awesome. Well, there you go. Mr. York's out there in the mountains. If you see him, now
Yeah.
you know
Yes,
him.
ma'am.
Hey, Mr. York.
Yeah.
Did you bring me a peppermint patty?
I will do so. Yeah, I'll do so.
I couldn't help myself.
Yes.
No, it was awesome to have you here at the Lulu Show, and my Latino experience is that, you know, to offer people an opportunity to say, well, you know what, maybe I could do that.
Yes.
You can do that.
Yes.
If the Lulu
Yeah.
could do it, you can do it too. And you know, we thank you for the sponsorship also, and for
Certainly.
coming on the show. And I hope the students turn out and let us know if anything comes up. That you guys have
we
an
will.
event or something.
Yeah, we will.
We'd like to get the word out to our community. And
Yeah, we want students to call. We want employers to call because we've
Yeah.
got thousands
Employers,
of relationships.
yeah.
I want employers to know that we're preparing students to come out and help you out.
Yes.
Because employers need qualified people and people that are ready and willing to go out there and work. Employers are facing a tough issue now too because there's not a lot of education in the marketplace, and we were able to put out quality educated students that can really make a difference in their work area.
And not only employers going to take advantage, you know, to have a student, you know, from UEI College, but also the opportunity to have youth come into their new blood or new experiences come into their businesses. It can help them thrive and learn new things or new technologies that they could apply to their businesses. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. And people from all ages can come to school, all sizes, all colors. We welcome everybody in because we love the environment where we have a lot of different people getting together, and we have one unified mission, is that's to get them educated and prepared to work and get you out there working.
A multicultural experience.
Very much so. Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming. UEI College is a
much.
place for you to check out, an opportunity for your future. We're going to sign off with a commercial bid that we have for UEI.
Very good.
And if anything, give them a call or let us know here on the Lulu Show if you'd like to know more about it. Maybe you want me to bring them back and talk about a specific program and how the curriculum works and so forth. But if anything, use us as a vehicle of information. I'd like to be a resource for the community, and our community is very, very helpful, so why not? Remember, you could hit me up on YouTube, so on the Lulu Show 1@gmail.com. You can sign up for that channel, and also you could leave us your comments there. Remember the little finger that goes like that? Well, I'd like to see some of those, or those too. It doesn't matter, What I want is your opinion. Action is what we do. So this is CentralValleyTalk.com, the place where we get to make my dreams come true, which is the Lulu Show, my Latino experience. And hopefully next week, oh my God, I'm so excited next week. It's going to be pretty cool. We have some events coming up also in the community. If you're out here in Central Valley, don't forget Noches en la Plaza and Arte Americas and other art venues that are, Fresno's just a happening place. We're going to go with that, and thank you so much. Stay tuned to the Lulu Show every Saturday at 10 in the morning.
Family members, they didn't believe I was going to go any further than minimum wage. And I just wanted to prove everybody wrong and give my son a better life. Now that I'm here at UEI, I think my future looks definitely brighter. I do want to give my son a better home to live in. I want him to look up to me. I want to make him proud. I feel like I'm on the right path to a successful career and a better life for me and for my son.
Get started on training today. Call 877-285-4166. Call now.
CentralValleyTalk.com